Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are interested to know how to onboard your clients as a social media virtual assistant or a social media manager, this video is for you. Okay, so my name is Natasha Adefala and I'm a social media virtual assistant. I've been a social media virtual assistant for the past 4 years, and I'm going to be telling you how the steps that I take to onboard a potential client or a new client. So here we go, guys. Okay, so I've been able to divide this into, I have about 11 steps, and the first step is initial contact and inquiries. So what this means is that in this level of my process of onboarding process is that clients reach out to me. I'm a virtual assistant, and I realized that because I position myself on Instagram mostly as an expert that I am, and clients reach out to me by themselves most of the time. I hardly apply for jobs or apply for roles. They see my work on my social media platforms and they send me DMs, or they send a mail to me, or they send me messages through my WhatsApp that is connected to my Instagram page. So it's very, very easy to connect with my client directly. So what they do is that when they send me messages, they contact me with their needs. I already have a template that I use to respond to them, especially for clients that need social media management services. So all I do is I send them a message. I send them a message that already been done that has something like welcome to my Instagram page. What services do you need? Just click the link below so that we can jump on a discovery call together, blah 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 blah. So when they click on that link, they will get to see like a form that they will fill through the link. I prepared the form using Google Docs. You can easily do that. And what I did is I made sure that I'm able to get a summary of what they actually need before they are able to choose a call. Exactly, before they are able to choose a time for discovery call. So what I do is I make sure that they are able to share with me like a summary of what they actually need, so that will help me to prepare ahead for the discovery call. So the number one step is their contact and inquiries. That's them sending me a DM or an email for details of my services. In response, I send them a link to book a call with me, a discovery call with me. And mostly I use Calendly, the free version of Calendly, for them to be able to book a call with me. So number two step is the discovery call. So the discovery call is, if you're a new virtual assistant or a new social media manager, you may find discovery call quite hard, or you may find it may make you nervous because you're going to be speaking with your potential clients and it feels like an interview. But mostly I would like to let you know that discovery call is not an interview. It's just like a discussion. It's like a discussion, an avenue to share your ideas with your potential clients and to be able to know exactly what your potential clients need from you. So what I do is, during my discovery call, I try to use the information that I told you about that they are sent to me. I told you that when they send me a message, I send a link to them. On the link, they are able to get a particular form that asks them what exactly do they want me to do for them, like a summary of what they want me to do. And there's a part of the form that requires them to put their Instagram handle. So I ask them, what is your Instagram handle, or what is your social media platform? So they either add a link of it to the form, or they just put their handle there. So when they add their handle there, I'm able to go and research about their company even before the discovery call. It is also really, really very important for you to know that during discovery call, clients find it very, I think clients find it, fascinating when you're able to tell them a few things about their brand even before, during the discovery call. Is like, is a form of you showing them your expertise, that okay, before this call I've been able to find time to research about your brand, so that you will not just be blabbing, and that is exactly what the discovery call session is for. It's for you to know more about the clients, their target audience, their problems, what they are actually struggling with presently, their goals for their brand. And exactly, another thing is that you are able to tell how you are able to help them. It's an avenue to share your expertise. Exactly, it's an avenue for you to share your expertise, discuss with them how you are going to help them achieve their goals. And you can also discuss with them. I make sure that during discovery call process, I try as much as possible to discuss with my clients the kind of profiles, brand that I've worked with before, so that they will get a link to it. Even while we are on the call, I try to make them see those pages so that they will be able to have an idea of how I can actually help their brand move forward. So that is exactly what the discovery call is about. And I make sure that during discovery call, I make sure that I talk about the pricing, their budget for the services that they want from me. I'm able to talk to them. I ask them, what is your budget for this service? How much are you willing to set aside for this service? Is it going to be a long term? Is it going to be for long term or for a short term time? You ask them, so you'll be able to have an idea of what you're getting into. So I'm able to know during the discovery call if I'm going to be working with you. Because another question that I always find important that I ask during discovery call is, I make sure I ask my client that based on this call, do you think I'm a good fit for you to work with? I'm able to tell immediately if a client is going to work with me or not. This is something that I've done so many times, and I'm able to get the truth out of them. So what I do is that during this discovery call, I'm able to tell which client is going to work with me or not by our conversation. So next step, if I get after the discovery call, I send an email to them immediately. I have a template for that. So immediately after the discovery call, I send an email to them immediately, either a positive email or an email to confirm they are not working with me. So what I do is I thank them for in the email, I thank them for the session they had with me. Then I proceed to tell them that they should look forward to expect my proposal, which takes us to step number 3. And the step number 3 is the proposal and the agreement. The proposal and the agreement is for a client that already confirmed working with you. Excuse me. If a client already confirmed working with you, that is when you are able to send a proposal to them, an agreement like a contract. So during the proposal, process of my onboarding process, what I do is, during the proposal stage of my onboarding process, what I do is I try to, as much as possible, to include, I already have a ready-made template for all of this process, so I don't have to start to do it one by one. So I just try as much as possible during the proposal process. When I'm doing the proposal, coming up with it, I use Canva for it. So what I do is I try as much as possible to include each deliverable that I'm able to get from the client. During our discovery call, the client is going to tell me the things that they want me to do for them. So I'm going to write it out so that the client can read it one by one. No stories, guys. You just have to let them know. You have to be really, 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 really transparent in all of these things, so that your client not be like, oh, you said you would do this and you're not doing this, or I said I want this and you didn't include this. So during in the proposal, I make sure that I include all of each and every deliverable that I told the client I'm going to be doing for him or her. So that is in the proposal. Then for the agreement, that is the contract, what I do is I make sure I send an agreement to them after they see the proposal and they love the proposal, and they confirm to me that, oh, Natasha, we can go ahead and continue this process. Then I send them an agreement. The agreement is for them, it's like a binding contract for them to be able to know that this is my working hours, this is what I'm not going to be doing for you, this is what you're going to be doing for me. For example, late payments gets a particular amount for you to I charge for late payment. Like if you pay my money, my wages probably later than maybe you usually pay me on the 1st of the month, and for no reason you stop receiving my messages, or maybe something just happened and you don't just pay me, maybe it's onboarding questionnaire, This onboarding questionnaire is sent next, to gather essential information. What I do is that I just make sure, because I don't want to be going on and off with my clients. I just have like a questionnaire that I already made that I use to ask my clients the question that I need to ask. Instead of me just sending in and out emails, sending chats, I already have the question, all of the questions that I need, so that when they fill the form, I know in my head that all of the questions that I needed to be answered is already done. So in this questionnaire, I'll be able to know their target audience, their buyer persona, different things, everything that I need, to be able to work effectively with them. So I send it to them, I get it from them, their KPIs, I'll be able to know what their goals are, what does progress mean to them in me working with them, their brand voice, their brand colors, their brand tone. I'm able to get all of this, I'm able to get all of this from them by using the questionnaire. It's very, very easy, because you ask all of these questions at once and they will answer you. Then my fifth step, which is the step 5, is the welcome packet. I send them like a welcome packet, include like an overview of my service, so that they will be able to see an overview of my service, what to expect each month, and the time they are available to chat, the time that they are available to work, to collaborate with me, the time that you expect their content, if they are going to be sharing their content with me, or even the times to I'm able to share all of my the steps that it takes. It makes the client, it makes them feel some kind of valued. They feel valued and they feel informed. It doesn't feel like you are working by yourself. It makes them feel that you are going with them, like you are involving them in every step of the way. And the 6th step in my onboarding process is the meeting, like kickoff meeting. Yes, exactly, kickoff meeting. What we do during this meeting, everything is in place. We've already done our all of these first 5 steps. This is the 6th step, and we've done all of the welcome packets, the questionnaires, the contract. She signed the contract, and all of that is in place. On the 6th step, we take it to another level, and which is we are able to finalize the strategy that we are going to be using. I want to know when to share your post. I want to know how you want me to share your post. I want to know the times, because of time zones. I want to be able to master your time zones. We are able to discuss this together, so that we're able to arrive at a decision. That is exactly what the kickoff meeting is for. Meanwhile, there's something that I forgot to mention. For me, because of the part of the country that I am, I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian living in Nigeria. So because of the part of the country that I am, I usually find it kind of strange when I tell clients. Actually, clients find it kind of strange when I tell them they will have to pay ahead for the first month before services. And this is because I have to protect myself. Why I do this is because, and I also advise new virtual assistants, new social media managers to do this, is because I feel that if you're working with somebody that is committed to work with you, it's only right for them it shouldn't be a problem for them to pay you ahead, especially for the first month. Even after the first month, you can just waive it for them, and you already trust them. But for the first month, you don't know where they are coming from, and they don't even know where you're coming from. But because it is you have more to lose from them. It's only advisable for you to ask for the first payment. That's the first month payment. Even if it's going to be per hour, per week, ask for it. Because you never can tell. It's just so that you protect yourself. That's just by the way. I digressed. Anyways. Then step 7 is account setup and access. I ask for their passwords. Some clients don't want me to have their password, and that's fine. So I ask for their access. Probably if I'm going to be managing a client's Facebook page, or if I'm going to be an admin on their page, or if I'm going to be managing, if it's going to be a community management or social media management. Some clients they don't even mind. They will share everything with you. So far they have like two-factor authentication sets, so there's no problem. But some clients that don't want that to happen, you have to use like a third-party app to schedule posts for them that goes directly to their Instagram or their Facebook or TikTok. So step 8 on my list is content creation and approval. I create content for them. For my retainer clients, when I create content, most times I don't really have to show them because they trust my work, they trust my judgment, and they just go with the flow. I already know their brand voice, their brand tone, and brand color, so it's not a problem. But for new clients, for potential clients, they are always so on the edge. They want to know every detail of what you're doing. They want to know that you're not messing up their social media account, so they really need to trust you. So for clients like that, you need to get approvals from them before you share their posts on their pages. So what I do is that if I need to share a post for this week, I go a week before. I must make sure that all of this content is available so that I'll be able to get approval for them, and I'll be able to schedule all of the content. It makes my work easier, and it even makes them trust you more. Scheduling and posting, that's the step 9. I schedule all of their posts, I post them, and I wait for reviews, I wait for feedback. Another thing is that I create content calendar, and that's like a step that I missed. What I do is I make sure that after getting information from the client about all of their needs, their target audience, their goals, I come up with a content calendar that actually like a content pillar calendar. It make me, I'll make research, and it guides me to be able to know the type of content that I share on their profile, because you are able to tell when you have. It's very important to use a calendar as a social media manager, as a social media virtual assistant, because you are able to tell the kind of content you are about to share to people. People know what to expect from your page, and they just trust you more. So, and we are off to step 10, guys. And my step 10 is I make sure that I perfect ongoing communication and reporting. I make sure that I communicate with them, because communication is key on this journey. If you want to be somebody's virtual assistant, social media manager, and you're not communicating with them, just because you've taken over their social media pages, their social media accounts, it doesn't mean that you go mute. Nope. You have to keep them in the loop. Always make sure that they know what you're doing every step of the way. They know that, okay, this is what my social media manager is going to do. Is going to do this next. Okay, let me expect the next 3 days she's going to be posting reels. She's going to be, they should have an idea of what you're about and what you're going to be doing. So make sure that you always leave the communication open between you guys. Then step 11, continuous improvement. As if you're working with somebody and that you are speaking with them, you are doing your best, I feel that having a regular review of your social media strategy is very important. You should be able to speak with them, ask them what exactly is it that you are doing that they don't want, or do they have social media account that they get inspiration from, that they would like their social media account to be like. You can go through that social media pages, read research on those pages, and see what you can do better. And again, your analytical report is very, very important. You are able to tell which post is actually doing really well, so that you can repeat it. Exactly, you can always repeat a very good performing post. You can always repeat it, and that's how you go viral, and you can reach your target audience. Then step 12 on my list is client retention and upsell opportunities. What I do is I make sure that I build a strong working relationship between me and my clients, because it doesn't matter if you want to work with me for a month, an hour, or you want to work with me for a year. I build a relationship with my client that I know that they can actually refer me to anybody. I make sure that I do not spoil the relationship that I have with my client, because it's very important to know that you build that kind of relationship with your client. It doesn't matter if your client is difficult or all of that. You will, because you are a professional in what you are doing, and some of the soft skill of a virtual assistant is being able to confidently communicate your concerns, even if you are not feeling, even if you think that this client is not is not what you actually really want, or this client is giving you some kind of attitude, or you're not getting the best from the client, you should be able to communicate effectively without being rude and without being, you know, saucy. Anyway, always leave communication open, because I realized that being a virtual assistant, especially a social media virtual assistant, some of the time you don't get the type of trust that you want from clients. Some clients actually prefer you being referred to them from other people. So when you get referrals, you know, referrals is like a very, very strong pillar as a virtual assistant. You shouldn't joke with getting referrals from your clients. That's why it's very good to, you know, keep a very good relationship with your clients. Anyway, there we have it, guys. Like, that's my comprehensive steps, my comprehensive onboarding process steps that I just shared with you. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have been watching and you find this video helpful and you find it really helpful to you, all you have to do is click on the like or comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you until next time, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye, guys.